throw on first down. Makes the grab. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Guys, let's take a second here and think about Texas A&M. A big-name running back, always a great get in the recruiting world. Four-star running back they got last week. Seems as if he'll fit in nicely here.
Oh, he's going to be a great fit. I mean, when you get a great player like that, the whole fan base gets jacked up. You see it all over social media, and it starts to...
There he goes! Oh, there were a few steps there. He was thinking touchdown, but they finally get him down after the big pickup at the 25. And the Aggies, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Trying to take it back. Past the 20. Touchdown Sooners! What a play! Not only the interception, but the great return for the score. What about the speed from that defender on the return?
He's showing you, Reese, like, listen, it's not just wide receivers that can do that. I can take this thing to the house. I got some moves. Watch this. Unbelievable job flipping the field. Offense about to score. Defense makes the huge plays and gets points out of it.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game.
That makes the score Oklahoma 7, Texas A&M 0.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. They'll give it to the back. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
Touch pass on the run. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Gets it past the first down marker and still running. Dragged down at the 43, but it's a pickup of 10 on that one. Texas A&M back to work with another first down. And this time they're waiting for him, and he only gets back to the line of scrimmage.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. Hey, no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
Finds a man in the middle. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And I think that might be an example of the running back maybe trying to do a little bit too much. Everybody wants to try to bounce the ball outside and hit the home run, but in college football at this level, you just need to do a better job taking what the defense gives you.
Throws to the tight end. Complete in the middle. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6.
Man, we're seeing the tight end used more and more in the passing game. You see him moving inside. You see him moving outside. You see him moving in the box to block people. So here they put him in the slot and just have a nice little pitch and catch session.
They'll use the running game on first and goal. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Now the offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal. Looking to fire. Pocket breaking down. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Aggie.
A big question mark for this offense coming into the year, guys. Who can score touchdowns? Who are going to be their biggest playmakers on offense? This guy scored in the first game. He's off to a great start in this one with that touchdown. This guy looks like the real deal.
They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Let's see what he can do with the return. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Here's a heat. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
And the Sooners in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the 2nd. They've got a first down here to open the period. Looking to throw on first down. Going to take a shot. That one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
2nd down, he'll throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
They just keep firing. On target over the middle. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44. The Sooners are rolling down the field. Makes the catch.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Going to take a shot on 2nd and short. Makes the grab. He goes out of bounds, but not before getting it to the 32.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The Sooners will line it up on 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Now he's going to break the pocket. Trying to escape and get it himself. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out, but when things break down, they get off schedule. You've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
A shot toward the end zone. Snags it. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal. And the Sooners, once back up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. And the defense sold out to stop the run, and they do here on first down. The Sooners want to pick up the tempo. He'll take it himself. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
And the PAT gives him a 14-7 lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. The Aggies come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. He's got it on the right. Open space at the 25. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. Tough run gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just knowing.
And it'll be intercepted in the end zone.
I love the defense's approach on this drive. They didn't panic. They gave up some yards, but what did they do? They forced a third down, a predictable situation, played great discipline, broke on the football, and forced the big interception.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark. The Sooners can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The pull and throw off the RPO. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. The 12th man putting a stamp on this game right now and bringing it on third down. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. A couple of yards short of the first down in your own territory, but they are going to go for it on 4th. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes a grab past the marker. Breaks into the open. They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the first down at the 41. And the Sooners come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Caught near the sticks. It's Roman. Ridden out of bounds at the 45, a big play for this offense.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
Looking downfield on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Working the middle. He's down at the 27. They can stop the clock, and this is a first down. Wants to throw on first down. A shot toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown Sooners.
You know, there's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with a lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
And let's finish this half now. And now we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time. So get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. They'll try the run. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
So after that incompletion, fourth down, you've got to hold serve if you're this offense, right? Both offenses up and down the field. The opponent scored twice. You scored a touchdown on your first drive. I think you got to go for it here because right now nobody's playing defense, and this game very easily could come down to which team has the ball last.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Texas A&M ready to kick it away to get the third quarter started. And he's coming out of the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively you understand, like the running game is...
He's got it along the sideline. He's loose. Inside the touchdown, Oklahoma. He got a step and just dusted the field.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And let's see what kind of ball plays this offense has ready. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. And the Aggies come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. From the gun, give on the inside. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
Right on the money. Oh, he's got some space. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Might be calling a hot route. He'll throw on third down. Throws to the wideout. And it's picked off for the third time today. Takes it the other way. He's at the touchdown Sooners. The defense does the work itself with a pick six.
This guy really is the complete linebacker. Not only is he physical and not only can he play downhill to stop the run, this guy is a weapon in pass coverage. You saw it on that play. What can't this guy do?
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Miami is in the unusual position of having to come from behind right now. But those fans that were there when the U was the U, they know this game is not over. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Tennessee. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Got his man downfield. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39. A&M comes back out with another first down. They go to the ground. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Going to the ground. There he goes. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
Texas A&M trying to gig him in the red zone. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. He's got it. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. On fourth down, trying to find his man. Makes the grab on the left. Touchdown, Aggie! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Give to the running back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one.
Going for the big play. Catch and stride inside the 15. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. The snap sets up to throw. Just a hair too much on it from this big-arm sophomore quarterback.
And that is a huge missed opportunity for the quarterback. You've got your guy wide open in the end zone. You're not under pressure. You just got to hit him. That ball got away, and that's one he'd like to have back.
To the air on second down. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And the beatdown has ensued. This guy is special. What a target and what a knack for finding the end zone. He might just rewrite the record book before he's done in Norman.
Man, that's a famous record book. We could go down the list of so many big-time players just in the last several years, whether it's Hollywood Brown, CeeDee Lamb. We can keep going with the list goes on and on and on, but just guys that make plays and quarterbacks that trust their receivers. Because you know why? Because they do that.
Play of the quarter coming. Takes the handoff. It's Pitts. He'll be stopped at the line of scrimmage, and time has expired here in the third. At the end of the period, Oklahoma has the lead. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. And we're just about ready to go with the final quarter. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. They'll run it. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Yeah, and this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's later in the fourth quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get back in this football game because I don't know if y'all realize it.
Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. Touchdown Sooners! What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that.
And this has been the story of the game. Everything going their way. Offensively, special teams, and now on defense. Here in the fourth quarter, they're still being aggressive. They're still jumping these throws. And he picked that thing up and took it all the way to the house.
Into the end zone for the 2-point conversion as they extend the lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
Set to advance on the football.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Texas A&M offense goes back to work. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
That defensive penalty was just what the doctor ordered for this offense. It's now 2nd and 3. They'll try the right side. Turning it on. He's at the 40. He's at the 20. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Aggies. The result of this game is going to sting for sure, but You've got to continue to build, you've got to improve, and you can take some positives out of this late hustle and build for next week.
There's always positives, and coaches are always looking for those things that we did well. What did we do well so we can do more of it in the future? Finding some things here late that they did well.
And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Palmer. They've done what they wanted in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
Looking to throw on first down. Going over the top. Oh, did he toast the coverage? Got it deep downfield. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. That's the way you get things going. A huge play and now attacking from just inside the red zone. They're working that left side. He's forced out of bounds just short of the goal line. A mere yard away from pay dirt.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there in a similar situation with a lead like this. They'd definitely be running the ball at this point. They'd probably take the...
And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Another nice drive put together. And this offense through 2 weeks, man, they look legit. This team's about to be 2-0. All of their dreams in front of them. This team looks like a national championship contender.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. Looking for a gap. It's Pitts. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. They want to run it left here. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Makes the grab, plenty for the first down. Well, they just drained all of the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily. Texas A&M back to work with another first down. To the air on first down. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And he's got it in the end zone for a touchdown. It won't matter much in the outcome, but a little extra stat padding is nice. Safe to say the offense could have used a few more plays like that earlier in the game.
Too little, too late. At least you got something going. You got some kind of rhythm. The offense put some points up. And, man, if they'd have started a little bit better, they might have had a chance to be a little bit more in this ballgame.
After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. And they did tack on the extra point. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line.
Here we go. At the line. Ready, set.
Wants to go up top on first down. Buys a little time with his feet. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
Wants to go up top. Picked off. What a play to set him up.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this moment.
So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, that you're talking about.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. On second down, will they go back to the ground game? Wide receiver going in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. Creates a little space. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, David. It puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking downfield on first down. Going to take a shot at this DB. Got it in stride at the 15. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile in.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Motion from the wide receiver. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Fighting off the defender.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
This is where you make the money on the drives. Ball at the 30, it's third and short.
Here we go.
He might want another play. From the gun, wants to pass. Hauls it in. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
It's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just dominate. You know you're going to take care of business. You know you're going to win. It's like how many? How many can I win by? And I like that you keep your foot on the gas and just continue to pile it on. It's their job to stop you. Let them do their job. You just keep going on.
It's not about the X's and the O's. It's the Jimmies and the Joes. This is why recruiting is so important in college football. They just had better players. More physical. They were faster, and it showed today.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation.